Hi, Kate here from the Safeguarding Academy and welcome to this week's 5-minute masterclass. This week we're talking about starting court proceedings. So you remember from previous masterclasses that court proceedings happen when a local authority is significantly concerned about a child and it's made a decision that a child's welfare needs intervention at a high level and that there is enough evidence that says a child is at risk of or has suffered significant harm. It's important to remember that it's a local authority's case to prove. It's not a case for parents to disprove the local authority's case at all. And in order to prove that a child has suffered significant harm or is likely to suffer significant harm, it needs evidence. And that evidence can take the form of a number of documents and pieces of information. So for example, it can include reports from medical professionals, reports from schools, from perhaps sports teams, perhaps from other organisations where the child is involved. So it could be anything extracurricular that a child takes part in. The local authority may also be asking for records, so attendance records. It could be asking for details of any medical issues a child has suffered. It may be that your organisation has noted a number of safeguarding concerns over the previous days, weeks, months in relation to this family, and your records may be required in order to assist the local authority demonstrating to a court that this child's needs require further intervention by a local authority. The local authority, like I say, has to prove its case. It has to demonstrate to a court that it needs to share parental responsibility. So you may have reports, as I've mentioned, but there may be other information that you have which may not be the information that automatically comes to mind, such as attendance and presentation. But a lot of the time local authorities are looking at, well, what's a child's attainment in school? How are they presenting when they attend GP appointments? Are they missing GP appointments? Have you noticed within your organisation that a child is missing different sessions? So maybe you have a dance competition and you've noticed that the child is missing a number of sessions at key points or on the same day every week, that these attendances are dipping. These patterns of behaviour can often indicate that there is something occurring which needs further checking. May not need further intervention, but certainly something that just doesn't sit quite right. And it may be that that bit of information is the crucial bit of information to tell a local authority, yes, a child really is suffering significant harm here. So if you think that bit of information might be relevant, then let a local authority know so that it can have enough evidence before it goes to the court. A local authority will also be looking at any other source of information that it can use. So that may include police interviews, it may include videos that may have been taken, it may include some CCTV that can be obtained from other premises or from other organisations. It will also have its own report, its own planning and its own assessments to substantiate the proceedings, so to make sure there's enough evidence being gathered in order to demonstrate to a court that there is a significant concern here and there is a risk of significant harm being suffered by this child. Remember your place in the jigsaw. Remember that whatever information you have is known to you only, and unless you share that information, nobody else will know it either. So make sure that whenever these questions arise, that you're sharing everything you have within your sphere of information so that the other people involved in the process can have as full a picture as possible. If you have any questions or queries about this, leave a comment below. And if you want further training videos on the issues around disclosures, referrals and report writing, then members of the Safeguarding Academy, online academy, have got access to those training videos, all right. So feel free, log into the academy and go and check those trainings out to make sure that you're as up to date as you possibly can, to make sure that you're giving the right information to the right people. Until next week.